Tonight in Charlotte, North Carolina, the focus is going to be on the drivers starting at the back of the field just as much as those up front. 3 drivers, Robbie Gordon, Kenny Irwin Jr., and Sam Hornish Jr., are about to start their second race of the day. Though Hornish crashed at Indianapolis, Gordon and Irwin are still alive to try to complete 1,100 miles on this Memorial Day Sunday. Tonight's pole sitter for the Coca-Cola 600 at Lowe's Motor Speedway is Casey Atwood.
Yeah, and he won the Winston last week. Let's see, can he sweep the week here in Charlotte, North Carolina?
Yes, certainly will be interesting to see, Chip. And to the outside, he's got Ryan Newman. Say we've got 7 drivers going home tonight. Jack Sprague, Buckshot Jones, Ken Schrader, Ricky Craven, Rick Mass, Joe Nemechek, and Hermie Sadler. We hear that may be the final attempt for that 71 team.
Yeah, they've had a rough year, those guys in the 71 group. Now, I'll tell you who's not had a rough year. Them fellas going for the Winston Noble 5 tonight. We got Steve Park. We got Bill Elliott. We got this man here, Greg Biffle, won at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Michael Waltrip, and his first Noble 5 appearance for the number 45, Adam Petty.
Yes, it'll be interesting to see if any of those drivers can win the $1 million bonus tonight by winning this race. We go on board with Sam Hornish Jr. making his Winston Cup debut tonight after that crash in Indianapolis this afternoon. He drives the 5th car for Dale Earnhardt Incorporated, the number 16. Hornish is the winner of the last 2 championships in the Indy Racing League. We also see starting on the 3rd row there, that's Ricky Hendrick and that 5th Hendrick Motorsports car. Casey Atwood brings them to the green flag, and we are racing in NASCAR's longest night.
Good start for all these guys here. Yeah, great qualifying effort there in that 17 of Ricky Hendrick. Also was outside there. Want to shout out old Elliott Sadler had a good qualifying run, that 94 car for Rock Racing.
Yes, he did. Atwood looking to clear Newman off the corner. Leffler and his teammate Bobby Labonte looking to make it 3 Pontiacs in a row there for 2nd through 4th. Meanwhile, Newman got a good run down the back straightaway and actually is still to the outside of Atwood off the corner, although Atwood will lead the first lap and get those 5 bonus points.
Yeah, that 19 car seems to be starting right where he left off after the Winston last week. Hey, Jason Leffler, man, he's really shot out of the gate here good. And yeah, we got to talk about it. Yeah, those 94 car, don't see him up in the top 10 a lot. So he's having a great run tonight. Right there in front of both the Petties, Kyle and Adam, are in this race tonight. Good to see both of them. And Jeff Green, another good run for him.
Atwood leads the 2nd circuit around the racetrack. And we go on board with Jason Leffler. He has caught up to Casey Atwood, and he is going to the inside for the lead here into turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, Jason, sophomore season, a little bit of a sophomore slump so far, but leading tonight, that'll be great for him. I'll tell you, take a look at this. Ricky Hendricks up to the 2nd position. He's really right out of the gate tonight, having an awesome run.
Yes, he is, Chip. Ricky Hendrick, making this limited schedule this year, continues to have a decent season in the Busch Series. Speculation, of course, is that he will be moving up to the Winston Cup Series next year to take the seat currently held by Terry Labonte. Meanwhile, further back, we see his teammate Jeff Gordon not having such a great season. He entered a 35th in points, and as he currently runs outside of the top 30 again tonight, we're hearing this could potentially be the end of his relationship with crew chief Robbie Loomis.
Yeah, I don't know. They got to make some kind of a change on that 24 car.
And here come the leaders down pit road, Leffler and Hendrick. Green flag pit stops.
Yeah, looks like Ricky must have gotten in the wall there a little bit, as did Jason. But yeah, here they come down pit road. Let's see what happens here.
See some of the cars that pitted on the previous lap heading back onto the racetrack, including Robbie Gordon there in that 01 car. Current race leader is Rusty Wallace, although it looks like he will be pitting this time by as well. Here comes Casey Atwood behind him as well. Casey still having a decent run in the top 5 tonight.
Yes, he is, and that leaves our defending Winston Cup champion Mark Martin out as the race leader right now, with Ricky Rudd behind him. So all them Fords really have been on a roll the last few weeks. Kurt Busch, Mark Martin's teammate, won the last points race we had at New Hampshire. Meanwhile, it looks like the Leffler has beat number 17 is Ricky Hendrick off of pit road.
Guess have to see where he is going to blend here now. Here comes Martin down to make his green flag pit stop.
Yeah, let's see. Pit road, pretty busy place right now. Guys coming in and out. You got to watch out. Yeah, Ricky Rudd. See his teammate Jeff Green behind him too. They're coming down to make their pit stops. For Mr. Feelgoods, and some 76 racing fuel there.
And here comes Leffler. He is back on the racetrack. And how is he going to blend? It looks like as the race leader. Gets out in front of Atwood there.
Yeah, great job, 20 crew there. Oh, we got a caution on the racetrack, mid-pit cycle. 21, Dave Blaney goes around. That's really going to say, oh, and Ricky Hendrick gets into him.
And this is going to completely upend this race, Chip. Mark Martin will now be the race leader, as Leffler did not have enough time to come back around to pass him. So what a lucky break there for Mark Martin, and misfortune for the 21 of Blaney. And coming back to the restart here, very few cars in the lead lap with how that pit cycle worked out. Leffler going to have to take the wave around, as is Ryan Newman there on the inside. Meanwhile, Mark Martin leads this race. Ricky Rudd in second, Jeremy Mayfield in third, and how about rookie Casey Kane in the fourth position?
Yeah, great opportunity for all those guys to get some spots. So you see Leffler and Newman getting their laps back here. Also, unfortunately, Robbie Gordon there, you see, is several cars back on the inside. He is currently a lap down. That's hampering his ability to eventually compete 1,100 miles. Meanwhile, look at this. Ricky Rudd takes a look at the inside of that 6-car Mark Martin. How is that going to work out? We'll have to see here.
Yes, Rudd, of course, he has not won since the 2001 season. Going over a year and a half currently without a win. He would love to get the first win for that new team, Team Lone Star, tonight at the Coca-Cola 600.
He goes the inside of Mark. Looks like he's going to drive away here. Meanwhile, Robbie is now just 2 cars away from getting back on the lead lap. Can he complete all 1,100 miles? That would certainly be something, wouldn't it, Bill?
Yes, it would be, Chip. Uh-oh, we got trouble here, and oh no, it is the 16 car. Second wreck of the day for Sam Hornish Jr. Also, Jeff Burton collected, and here comes Ricky Rudd. He does lead back to the caution flag, but let's just take a look at this replay from on board with Hornish. Just absolutely nowhere to go. Looks like they start wrecking in front, and he just piles into the 14 of Mike Skinner there.
Man, that's a rough day. I remember the time that I wrecked 2 cars in one day, Bill. So yeah, I'm sorry that happened to Sam there.
Wait, how did you wreck 2 cars?
Yeah, I did wreck 2 cars. I wrecked my car, and then I asked you to borrow your car, and then I wrecked that one too.
Wait, that was you that did that?
Hey, focus on the race, Bill.
Okay, yeah, we definitely talk about this later, Chip. Ricky Rudd still leading here at Lowe's Motor Speedway, but take a look at this. The 91 of Mayfield has caught up. He is going to the inside to try to take the lead here. Mayfield has not won since the 2000 season. Long drought for him. He, like Rudd, with a new race team this year, Hendrick Motorsports for him. He goes to the inside and he takes the race lead.
Yeah, great job there for Jeremy. So you also take a look at this. He got the points leader, Dale Earnhardt Jr. And of course, he's one of those guys that got messed up that pit cycle there, so he's not in contention for the win right now, but still having a decent night. And take a look at this. Our previous leader, Mark Martin, is on the verge of going a lap down here. Man, it's crazy what can happen in such a long race like this.
Yes, it is, Chip. Robbie Gordon still is just so close to being on the lead lap in this race, although he has made his way up into the top 15. See Michael Waltrip, one of those Noble 5 contenders back there with the red roof number. Would like to win his $1 million tonight. Currently not in position to do so. Kenny Irwin Jr. also still on the racetrack right now. He, like Robbie Gordon, is 1 lap down, but still, just the fact that he's still going after. And Mayfield off the pace here. He might have a flat tire, we're hearing. Dale Earnhardt almost gets into him. And I believe that is going to make the 38 of Casey Kane, the rookie, the race leader.
Man, that is incredible for Casey Kane as Mayfield continues to lose spots. Earnhardt Jr. now has gotten his lap back. Can Robbie get around this 38 car and get his lap back?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Kane's going to fight pretty hard there to keep that inside advantage. Gordon taking a look now, though. But Rudd is on the heels of that 38 car. Of course, this used to be Ricky Rudd's ride last year. It was the 28 at that point for Robert Yates Racing, but this is the second Yates team, and Kane is making the most of it. Casey Kane, the rookie, still leads here in NASCAR's longest night. Kevin Harvick is right in front of him, one of those lap cars, as is Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Dale Earnhardt Sr. Meanwhile, behind him, Robbie Gordon is inside the top 15, but still not on the lead lap. So unfortunately, I think he's going to become just short of finishing 1,100 miles as the white flag is now in the air. Can rookie Casey Kane hold on?
Yeah, that'll be exciting. And look at this. Kenny Irwin's still going. He's going to complete all but one lap today as well. Very impressive for him. Bad day for Sam Hornish Jr., but I tell you who's having a great day right now. This kid Casey Kane, 2 turns ago, he just got to fend off Jeremy Mayfield, and he'll be home.
Casey Kane, a relative unknown coming into the season, has never made a Winston Cup start until February. He is going to win the Coca-Cola 600. Casey Kane, his first career win in just his 13th career NASCAR Winston Cup start.
Man, that's awesome for him. Dale Earnhardt Jr. gets the top 5 tonight. That brings him up in the points a little bit. Teammate Michael Waltrip still in the second position.
Here we are at Dover International Speedway for the 2003 MBNA Platinum 400. Greg Biffle leads with the pole, and last week's winner, Casey Kane, starts outside pole today.
On the front row. Yeah, that 38 team is doing great. 2 cars going home today, Ricky Craven and Hermie Sadler. Also, we do have some news out of Hendrick Motorsports today. You want to tell about it, Bill?
Yes, so Jeff Gordon had yet another terrible run last week at Lowe's Motor Speedway. So they have decided to replace Robbie Loomis with interim crew chief Brian Whitesall. Whitesall was previously the interim for Gordon after Ray Evernham left to start his team in 1999. We're hearing they will likely search for another long-term crew chief when the season is out.
Yeah, let's see if that change in 2014 makes any difference here. Meanwhile, teams that need no changes, that'll be that 97, that 38. They're running awesome right now. They come around turn 4 here. Let's get ready for some action here at the Dover International Speedway.
Yes, here we go, Chip. Coming to the green flag. And we are racing in the MBNA Platinum 400 at Dover.
Great start from 97. Biffle gets right out front. Say Rusty Wallace looks like he's not going to let Casey Kane get down to that second position. He's going to take it for himself and say another great starting spot for Adam Petty. He's up to the 4th spot right now.
Yes, and Jeff Gordon had a decent qualifying run with his new crew chief. He currently runs inside the top 10. As Biffle comes across the line to lead the first lap here at Dover. We go back to Gordon here. He is actually caught up to the back bumper of Casey Kane, who started on the outside pole and has slipped back a little bit. Gordon battling for the 4th position right now as Biffle continues to lead here at Dover.
Yeah, the 97 car is running on a rail right now.
Trouble here. Teammates Michael Waltrip and the 81 of Ron Fellows. 2001 champion Sterling Marlin collected. Marlin's teammate Kevin Harvick. Lots of drivers collected here at Dover. Big crash.
Here comes the race leader, Greg Biffle, to this mess. Oh no, Biffle, Rusty Wallace. Race leaders are all caught. What a terrible mess down here in turn 4.
So that will make Dale Earnhardt Jr. the Winston Cup points leader, the new race leader here as the top 2 cars get taken out in the carnage there. Let's see what happened.
Yeah, that is an absolute. So, yeah, Rusty gets in there, and then, just nowhere to go. Dale actually got into Adam a little bit there. You go on board with Adam here. Yeah, just Rusty comes down into him and gets spun around, and nowhere to go. Man, that's good cars junk there.
So they have kept Earnhardt Jr. and Petty out on the racetrack. They will lead us back here at Dover International Speedway. But the first car without damage there is actually Petty's teammate, the 43 of Todd Bodine.
Yeah, Bodine continues to really impress in his 43 car. Earnhardt Jr. starts to drive away here a little bit. Can't he just drive away for his 3rd win of the season? Of course, he won on another concrete track.
Here comes Ryan Newman to the inside, another driver with 2 victories in 2003. Newman, of course, won the Daytona 500. He also won the 2nd race of the year at Rockingham, and now is potentially looking for his 3rd win of the year here at Dover.
Yeah, Newman, Junior's been consistent, where Newman has kind of been checking the records. Won some races, but he's also crashed a lot, so he's not really in the Winston Cup title hunt right now, despite the fact that he might be about to win his 3rd race of the season.
Newman does go to the inside of that 8 car. Off the corner, he will be clear for the lead. You see Todd Bodine and Bobby Labonte coming into view there as well. They'd like to get in the action here for the race lead at Dover International Speedway. Meanwhile, down the back straightaway, you see here we go back to this battle between Bodine and Labonte. Bodine, as we said earlier, continues to impress here in that Petty 43. Got his maiden career win back at Texas a few weeks ago.
Yeah, Petty Enterprise as a whole been a lot better this year, not been struggling to make races, and both the 43 and the 45 having some great runs. You know, they really wanted to do a rebuild that program when Kyle moved into management, and they seem to be doing that right now. As Newman, another team that's rebuilt, switched to Pontiac.
Ryan Newman still leading here at Dover International Speedway. He takes the white flag. 4 turns to go for the Boilermaker from Indiana. He's on the verge of his 3rd win of 2003.
Yeah, let's see, can they build off of this? And speaking of things I want to build off of, Jeff Gordon. Look at this, he's going to get his first top 10 finish 2003. Maybe change scenery is all he needed. I tell you do not need to change scenery. This man right here, Ryan Newman.
Ryan Newman does get his 3rd career win and the 3rd of the 2003 season. Take a look at the standings. He is still outside of these top 8 right now. Earnhardt Jr. extends to a 258-point lead. At Pocono Raceway, Jeremy Mayfield has the pole with Greg Biffle to his outside. Meanwhile, Adam Petty starts 3rd. Ricky Rudd in the 4th position.
Yeah, Jeremy, you know, we talked about it's kind of rain and winters this year. Ricky Craven, of course, the only guy going home today. Yeah, rain and winters right now, and I think Jeremy could be the next one to get his first win of the season. That 91 car has had some speed.
Coming off of turn 3, there's no turn 4 here at Pocono Raceway. Here comes Mayfield and Biffle, and we are about to be racing in the 2003 Pocono 500.
Great start for all these guys here. Of course, there's a big straightaway here at Pocono. They can really fan out quite a bit. Let's see what happens when they go down here in turn 1.
Mayfield actually up the racetrack a little bit. That's going to allow Adam Petty to have a look to the inside of that 91. Jeff Burton also hungry for a first win in over 2 years, right on the heels of that 45 car as well.
Yeah, for a second there I thought Jeff was going to take a look under him, but he thought better of it his first lap. And as they go through tunnel turn here, it looks like Adam Petty, and Mayfield gets the wall a little bit, but it looks like perhaps Adam Petty could be the race leader. We head down here towards turn 3, although here comes Burton once again. Although if he goes off track a little bit, he's going to slip up a bit, and that slows up some of his teammates. That allows Mayfield and Earnhardt Jr. to get through for 2nd and 3rd. And coming back to the stripe here, it looks like Adam Petty will lead that first lap here at Pocono Raceway.
Yeah, that's huge for Adam, and obviously he continues to get better this season. He's not won a Winston Cup race yet, but I believe that's the first time he's ever led the opening lap. Go on board with Dale Earnhardt Jr., the Winston Cup points leader, and he led laps last week. Looked to be a threat for the victory at Dover, but did not win, but still got those bonus points, and looking to get some more bonus points here today, Chip.
Yeah, the 8 car, they just unload fast every week, and even if they don't win, it seems like they're always in the conversation, and he's looking a lot like his dad in terms of just being able to click off these good finishes, and I would not be shocked at all if we end up with a 2nd Earnhardt as Winston Cup champion at the end of the season.
And speaking of the elder Earnhardt, he had a decent run a couple weeks ago at Lowe's Motor Speedway, getting a top 5 in the Coca-Cola 600, but now struggling a bit here today, running outside the top 20 here. We also see Ryan Newman, last week's winner, also being a bit inconsistent once again today as well, running back here with Earnhardt as well. Meanwhile, the younger Earnhardt is smooth sailing out front, although Mayfield wants to say something about that. Greg Biffle now is running in the 2nd position to Dale Earnhardt Jr. Jeremy Mayfield in 3rd. Adam Petty still runs in the top 4. Here comes Biffle to the inside. And also, don't count out there, actually running in the 3rd position is Ricky Rudd. He was kind of hiding behind that 97 car down the Long Pond straightaway, but he now moves into the 2nd position. Earnhardt Jr. is going to get railroaded on the outside there. Biffle now leading, but here comes Rudd.
Yeah, Pocono's been a great track for Ricky Rudd in the past, and he had great speed at Lowe's the other week, and that Team Lone Star seems to be right on the verge of doing something special. Dale Jarrett, you'll see Rudd's former teammate, is having a good run here at Pocono as well. Although Biffle gets a good run there off of turn 1, he's got a gap between him now and Rudd, as Earnhardt Jr. is still struggling a bit on the outside there.
Yes, the battle continues to close in up here. Adam Petty's been in the top 4 all day. We go on board with Rudd here through the tunnel turn. He's got a good run down the short chute here. Can he get to Biffle here as they head towards turn 3?
Yeah, this is a good passing zone down here. Of course, this track kind of races like a road course, very flat, 3 different corners. Biffle gets a good run through turn 3 there, but Rudd now still on his back bumper. Mayfield also staying in this right now as well.
Yes, all single file now. Earnhardt Jr. looks to tuck in there behind Jarrett. That puts a single file all the way through Kurt Busch there. Rudd once again with a run off of turn 1. This time it looks like he may make something out of it. He goes to the inside of the 97 of Kurt Busch down the Long Pond straightaway towards the tunnel turn here.
Yes, here he goes, Ricky Rudd. About to be leading at Pocono. Texaco Javelin 33 car is out front. Jerry Jones has got to be pretty excited right now.
Yes, that would be something to win in his first year as a Winston Cup owner. Although this was not a completely new operation, they did take over the former Andy Petrie Racing, but the Ford Alliance is new. They've got great support from Robert Yates Racing right now. And down the front stretch, Rudd is going to get a draft from Mayfield and is narrowly going to beat Biffle back to the line. He is now leading here at Pocono Raceway.
Yeah, and now Biffle's going to be like Earnhardt Jr., the one in the sucker lane there, and have to go all the way to the back. Mayfield to the inside there, and here comes Adam Petty to the inside of Mayfield. He's looking for second place. They're 3 wide for second place off the corner, in fact. Rudd continues to lead down his back straightaway.
White flag in the air at Pocono Raceway. Ricky Rudd leads, but Adam Petty is now in the second position as they come up on the lap car of Joe Nemechek.
Man, Adam had a great look there to the inside off of 2. So you also got Dale Jarrett, the guy who knows his way around Pocono, running there in the 3rd position. It's all going to come down to where do they hit the 77 of Joe Nemechek here.
77 is currently in front of the 33. Can Adam capitalize on that? There's also the 15 of Michael Waltrip coming up there. Lap car as well.
So that's good for Junior in the point standings. Michael's one of his closest competitors, so he's going to gain more points today. But here we come off turn 4. Looks like Rudd might have it.
There's no turn 4 at Pocono, Chip. But yes, off of turn 3, Ricky Rudd wins the Pocono 500, his 26th career win, snapping a 42-race winless streak. He also gets team owner Jerry Jones his first win, as Dale Earnhardt Jr. is up to a monster 290-point lead in the Winston Cup standings. We're in Michigan for the 2003 Sirius Satellite Radio 400. Today's pole center is Casey Atwood.
Yahoo, Casey!
And we got Dale Earnhardt Jr. to his outside. Earnhardt Jr.'s teammate and the driver who swept both Michigan races last year, Steve Park, starts 3rd. The only driver to fail to qualify today is Joe Nemechek in that 77 car. And Atwood and Earnhardt Jr. bring them to the green here. We are racing in the Irish Hills.
Not a great start there for that one car, Steve Park. Rusty Wallace almost got down in front of him there. Meanwhile, we see 21, Dave Blaney, the closest competitor, Earnhardt Jr. For the Winston Cup Championship. Goes down on the inside there. He's going to try to follow Park through there. Of course, Jr. came in today with 290 points over that 21 car. So, heck, he could go take a vacation right now. You know, I'd go with him. Bill, take a vacation. That'll be a lot of fun, and then come back. He'd still be the Winston Cup points leader.
You know, I would be okay with you taking a vacation, Chip, but I don't think Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s crew would be. Meanwhile, Steve Park is coming down to the line here, and he will lead the first lap here at Michigan, picking up right where he left off last year and taking those 5 bonus points. Here comes that 21 of Blaney down to the inside, going 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. And now he's looking for the lead from Park.
Yeah, this 21 car, great program here. These long track tours. He won Talladega back in April, a long track like this. How about though Rusty Wallace coming into view here as well? We got lots of lead changes here early on at Michigan International Speedway.
It looks like it will be Wallace that leads that second lap there. Gets those 5 bonus points for him. We go on board with him heading into turns 1 and 2 here for the third time. Wallace sliding up the racetrack a little bit, but he is still leading here at Michigan. Off the corner here. Rusty Wallace still leads at Michigan, but here comes Mark Martin. Of course, Mark Martin won at the last 2-mile oval. That was California Speedway back in early May. But looking to make it 2 in a row here on these 2-mile tracks for the 2002 champion.
Speaking of 2 in a row here, what about Ricky Rudd looking to go 2 wins in a row? He won his first race in a year and a half last weekend at Pocono Raceway. He takes the lead here at the stripe. Though Steve Park, winner of the last 2 races here in Michigan, he is staying in this fight right now.
That he is, Chip. Rudd slips up the racetrack a little bit. Here comes Park back. Oh, and we got trouble. Earnhardt Jr. hard on the wall. The 91, the 43. Oh, Johnson gets a piece of it. Lots of cars crashing. And that's going to be huge for the Winston Cup Championship, as Earnhardt Jr. is going to fail to finish, as his closest competitors, including Steve Park and Dave Blaney, continue to run in the top 5.
Yeah, that's a hard hit for all those guys. I want to see a replay of that, see what happened here, as Rudd wins the race back to caution. So let's see here. So Todd Bodine gets a little too hot. He gets on the side of the 8. They slide up, and then they collect the 91 and the 2. They're all on the wall there, hard, and then they slide down a racetrack a little bit here, and then, yeah, Jimmy gets a piece of the 43 there.
So Rudd will lead them back to green here on this single file restart. Park in the second position right now, still going for 3 in a row here at Michigan. Green flag back in the air. And Rudd, in his quest for 2 in a row, is looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, a lot of good cars taken out in that crash. The 8, the 43, all those guys. As Ricky Rudd is now just pulling away here at Michigan to see what happens.
Rudd still leading, although the pole sitter has gotten back into this, Casey Atwood.
Yeah, come on, Casey. You won at Winston. You won at Darlington. How about you win at Michigan, Motor City? Make those Dodge boys proud. Got your biggest fan up here. We'd love to see you win. And, heck, you know, if I keep cheering for Casey like this, I'm not supposed to do that. Maybe they will send me on that vacation for free, Bill.
You know, Chip, I don't think getting sent on a vacation from work should be your goal, but luckily for you, it looks like Atwood is about to get past, so you may not have to cheer for him too much. Here comes the 55 to the inside. Meanwhile, we also want to point out the 92 of Bobby Hamilton having a great run today. That team struggled a bit this year. Of course, they won at Bristol last fall, but not running quite as well in 2003. But yes, Jeff Green is now the race leader here at Michigan, but all those Robert Yates cars are up front here. Speaking of Robert Yates cars, here comes Dale Jarrett to the inside.
Yeah, Dale Jarrett, haven't talked about him a whole lot this year, although he did have a good run at Lowe's a couple weeks ago. Although here comes Mark Martin back into the picture. And heck, Hamilton might just steal this thing. He's up to the 5th position right now, as Mark Martin's going to narrowly edge out Dale Jarrett at the line there.
Steve Park still part of this battle, as is Greg Biffle, as is Casey Kane. We've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars all under a blanket here at Michigan. What a race we have for us here in the Irish Hills. These closing stages are going to decide who is going to take home the trophy. Here comes Bobby Hamilton to the inside, although he is going to get quickly slid up the track by Steve Park. 3 wide once again for the lead here at Michigan. I have no idea who's in the best spot right now. Mark Martin gets the wall a little bit. Park leads at the line that time.
But yeah, I don't know how you time this. You probably don't want to be leading right now. You seem to just keep getting past. Heck, it could be Casey Kane, could be Jeff Green. Mark Martin seems to be slipping back a little bit right now, but all these other guys, let's see here, Biffle going to the inside this time. And how about Jeff Green once again here?
Biffle slides up the racetrack. That's going to allow Green to look to the inside of him. Biffle will lead at the line, but not for long, as Kane is going to give Green a great draft down the front straightaway. This is almost like a restrictor plate race, isn't it, Chip?
Yeah, this is incredibly exciting. So maybe they'll just all crash, and then Casey will win, and then I'll go and make vacation. That'll be like my dream ending right there.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen, Chip. We're having some great racing right now. We don't want to crash.
But wouldn't that be even better?
Well, if you say so. Anyway, the 55 of green, now the leader, although here comes Casey Kane, the rookie, looking for his second victory in 4 weeks. Kane to the inside. He is going to lean up the line, and I hate to say it, but yes, Casey Atwood is going to be back in the top 5, so Chip may just get his vacation.
Come on, Casey. Come on. Come on. I don't know how many more times do I have to show bias towards him to not be welcome back next week, Bill.
Let's not find out. Atwood now goes to the inside of Kane. He is leading this race here. Here comes Dale Jarrett back into the picture. He almost gets into Rudd just as Bodine got into Earnhardt Jr. earlier, but they're able to save it. Atwood going to lead them back to the line here this time. And we have the white flag in the air here in Michigan. Say bad news for you, Chip. I think being the leader right now probably is not what you want to be.
I don't know. He put a good block there on Dale Jarrett, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Here comes Jarrett down the back straightaway. Here comes Mark Martin back into the picture. I think Steve Park could be a factor here, too, as Jarrett drafts off the fellow Ford of Mark Martin down the back straightaway. He is going to be leading here into turn 3.
Jarrett in a good spot right now. Mark Martin is starting to look to his inside, but I don't think he's going to have quite enough time to get there. Steve Park as well trying to get back into this, but coming to the line. Dale Jarrett wins at the Sirius Satellite Radio 400 at Michigan, his 30th career win, and the 11th consecutive season 2003 is that he's won at least one race. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s crash closes up the points lead. Dave Blaney now just 195 points behind.
Just 195 points, that's a lot of points. That's over a race still. And man, he gets a vacation, but I do not.